Everybody, don't want to sit. When I sit, I feel like I don't have enough energy, and I like to have energy, as many of you know. Good morning, happy Saturday. Hope everybody's doing well. I had a day off yesterday, and I was very excited about it. Had some things I had to do, and I'm all set, caught up. It rained on me a lot yesterday. Had some breezy conditions. Let's talk about the tropics. We'll talk about Helene. First off, though, I think everybody could take the time for the thoughts and prayers to be with everybody who was impacted by Hurricane Helene. For our area, some rain and a little wind, but for other areas, life-changing in terms of towns completely underwater right now. Tremendous damage, not only in Florida, where it made landfall as a Cat 4, but also in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Eastern Tennessee, Kentucky. I don't know if anybody, a big sports person here, I like to follow what's happening in terms of college football. Obviously, I know there's some big games locally, but Appalachian State in Boone, North Carolina, I do believe is where they're located, canceled their game against Liberty. They're not making it up because the university has taken on so much damage that they just canceled the game completely. I mean, literally a life-changing event for many people. Most times hurricanes, especially Cat 4 hurricanes, with damaging winds, the storm surge, the heavy rainfall, will do that. It will readjust how a coastline can look quickly. For our area, again, just some rain and still some lingering impacts out there this morning, which I'll talk about. That system, Helene, has kind of got absorbed into an upper level low. It's kind of just what we call cut off. It's not kind of, it is. And cut off means that it just doesn't move and it's stuck. And that's what you get behind me is clouds and some showers and some drizzle and some mist, oh my, all day, and cool temperatures. Hey, D, what's up? Just pop in to say good morning. Off to the store. Have a good day. Hey, I saw your mention. And if you're still here, I just want to say thanks, bro. It was pretty funny. You literally made me LOL. But the superhero comment from 48, that was pretty funny. I appreciate it. Well, you're my superhero. What do you think of that, my friend? There you go. Enjoy chatting with you. And I thought that was pretty funny stuff. Made my day this morning. I laughed out loud. And I'm sure Matthew and Claudia are like, what is he laughing about over there? Just let me do me. I got this. It was funny. Vacation Valley, good morning from Panama City Beach. PCB is how I know to say it now. I learned that from you, Vacation Valley. From watching you, yep, I told you it was going to be all right. You just go down there and just get through the rain here, and you get there, and you'll be good to go. Have fun. Enjoy. PCB in the house. Jeanette Kane, good to see you. Good morning to you. I hope all is well. Lisa says, happy rainy coffee day. Cheers to that. Anytime it's coffee time, it's time for cheers. Yeah. Dreary, gross. It's not like really like rain, heavy rain. It's more like a drizzle mist. I mean, can I call it heavy drizzle? Can I do that? I don't know. Whatever it is, it makes it wet outside, so it's all good. Stephen Duke, good morning. Oh, Stephen, speaking of that, did anybody call you? Did you ever find out about those weather radios? Let me know, okay? Message me. I think I know where they are. I think they were programmed, and what happened was somebody put them out front, and then nobody called, and then we didn't see them in the weather center for the longest time, and that's where I think it happened. But I'm working on it for you. I didn't forget about you. Denise, what's up? Nasty morning for Deck Coffee. Have a great day. It's so funny you say that because I got a comment from somebody else. They're like, oh, I'm loving being out on the porch this morning. They must have covered. I don't know, because you're right. If you're out there and you're out there trying to have coffee time on the deck or porch and you don't have cover on you, you're getting kind of wet, right? But I guess if you have a cover and you're into fall-like cool temperatures, then today's your thing, and that morning might not be so bad, right? I guess it all comes down to like if you got a little cover over you, right? So speaking of cool temperatures, obviously with Helene and the impact that we watched very closely move into Florida and then lift up into the Carolinas, we had some rain, our heaviest rainfall, and I'll show you some graphics here in a moment. The heaviest rain that we had locally was in northeast Alabama, and it was not nearly the kind of rainfall that was to the east. The heavy core of heavy rain stayed mainly in Georgia, which was pretty much expected. I thought maybe a little bit higher in portions of Jackson and DeKalb, but they played out where it dropped off to the west, which was as expected. Failed to get an inch. Well, I had 1 inch at my house in Huntsville, but the airport was just under that. But overall, though, we focus so much on Helene and the rain and the clouds and everything else. Just to let you, FYI, if we don't hit 70 degrees in Huntsville for September 28th, since records have been kept, that has never happened on this day in Huntsville. The record is 73 as the coolest day. We call it the record minimum high temperature. It's very confusing. But if you don't hit 73 degrees at the airport in Huntsville today, it would be a record for the day that dates back to 1998. So 60-degree temperature days in September on the 28th is bizarro here. Like, we don't do that ever. Like, it's never happened on September 28th. Even when somebody comes on here in their 80s and say, oh, I remember back in 1944, it was really chilly on September 28th, so I don't know what you're talking about. Nope, records prove it's never happened. We're good. Thank you for playing. Speaking of playing, big football games today. Who you rooting for? Who you rooting for? RTR. Auburn's playing Oklahoma. And then the big game, Georgia, Bama. I talked a little smack this morning for all the Alabama fans out there. I'm a fan of all teams in this area. But I saw that kid in the promo we did about how he rescued his friend in Georgia in a boat to get him to the shore so he could take him to the game in Tuscaloosa. And he's like, we're never nervous. Yeah, we're going to kick Alabama's. And he said bad word, but they beeped it out. And I said, well, he might be nervous when they're down by 28 in the third quarter to Bama today. You know, I don't know if they're going to be, but I wanted to talk a little smack too. It was kind of fun. What's the driver? How you doing? Good morning, Mr. Jeff. Good morning to you. Happy coffee time. Denise says the wind is blowing mist on me. Yeah, it's like this damp grossness outside, right? Blech. But I mean, I guess if you want a fall-like feel, it's definitely cool for you, right? I'm gonna try to find the silver lining in this. I'll take you on a little camera tour in a moment, but first I wanted to show you, and in all seriousness, if you're out and about this morning, there is a little fog out there. It's not the kind of fog that's pea soup where you can't see, visibility is less than 1 mile. It ain't like that. It's just fog, okay? And it just low cloudiness, drizzle, mist, and just not a real glamorous start to the day here in the Tennessee Valley. You can see it on the East Limestone camera, a lot of low cloudiness. Gunnersville socked in with some fog. That's a little bit more in the way of some dense fog. You can't see the bridge right now, but see it moving in the camera? Yeah, that's a little, because there's actually a little bit of a breeze. Sometimes when you have a breeze, it can actually dry the air out and you can go ahead and get the fog and move it on out. But the air is so saturated right now because the clouds are so low right now that relative humidity is so high that even a little breeze is just moving the fog around is all it's doing. It's just simply kind of gross outside. There's the shoals. If I showed you the radar, you wouldn't really see anything on the shoals in terms of rainfall, but obviously it's wet. You can see the drizzle and the mist in the clouds falling, and also here in Huntsville, we've had some showers here, and it's been just wet all morning long. And in Decatur, I couldn't see the bridge a little while ago, can see it now. Doesn't look like as much drizzle and mist right now, but still certainly a lot of cloud cover. So I'll take you through the planner for today. Let me go ahead and get this graphic up so you can see what we got for the next 12 hours. I saw my dad on here. Dad, hi, what's up? That's my dad, everybody. Dad, meet everybody. Everybody meet my dad. Good morning, Jeff. Oh, I look good. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, well, I look like you. You're my dad. So it's good to see you. Hope you have a good day, Dad. All right, Larry Denora. That's my dad, everybody. Say hi. He's a good guy. And thanks, Dad, for coming on and saying hi. I appreciate it. You're the best. Vacation Valerie, yes, you did tell me it would be good. I did. Honestly, we only had light rain in Madison County. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Awesome trip. Good. I'm glad. Have a good time. Billy Horan, good morning, my friend. Good to you. Good to see you. Good morning to you. Hi, Billy. Boston's here from Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning from Memphis. Good morning to you, too. Stephen Duke, I'm not sure I've heard anything. I'm heading up that way here in a bit to make my way to Sewanee. One of your youth is going to be playing for Millsaps up there today. Awesome. Very cool. What I will do is I'm pretty sure they've been programmed. If I find them, Stephen, you want to stop by, I will leave them at the desk with a young lady by the name of Kate. If you ring the doorbell, she will be able to give them to you. I'm pretty sure they're programmed. Now, obviously, if they were batteried, they are they're turned off now because the batteries went dead. Or if they're not plugged in, I have to check and see if I can find them. But they should be in good shape, and we should be able to get them to you. if you stop by today. Vacation Valerie says, good morning to Alyssa. Alyssa, when will the drizzle end today? It doesn't really end today, Alyssa. It's just kind of one of those murky days. I'm showing you the graphic here. I put a few showers, but it's really like drizzle, mist, few showers, and it goes until about 3, 4 o'clock. And even into the evening hours, I just have cloudy. But if you're going out and about, like especially to the concert, the big, huge concert of South Star that everybody's talking about, I imagine it's going to be very wet. It's going to be damp. It's going to feel very, very heavy. The air is going to feel heavy all day long. Temperatures in the 60s, okay? Doesn't really let up. There's a really pesky little low pressure. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Where'd it go? Where's my graphics? You know what I said, everybody? I said I was going to fix my graphics, and I never did. Remember that? You all can yell at me because I'm a big, big loser. All right. So here's your satellite and radar, right? So what happens is you got this low pressure. It's cut off from the main flow. What does that mean? It's not getting steered anywhere. So I made jokes about this. It's like a rash that won't go away. It's like your in-laws coming to the house and they never want to leave. It just lingers like a really bad smell of fish in your house after you cook it. What other ways I can come up and try to explain this to you? That's what it is. It's a lingering low pressure. It's cut off from the main flow. It's like somebody hiking in the woods and they didn't follow the path and they don't know where the path is anymore. And once they find it, they start to move on that path and get out. But until it finds the path, it doesn't know where to go. And it's slow moving, lingering, and wrapping things around it counterclockwise, things being clouds and low level moisture and showers. And it keeps those cool temperatures locked in because you can't get any sunshine. That is the most unrelated weather way to explain what I just did, but I hope it makes sense for you at home. And it's the reason why we can't take the showers and the mist and the drizzle and the murkiness out of the forecast. Good morning to Jeff's dad. Look at you. Vacation Valerie, the hostess with the mostest. Michelle Chartier. I just like saying your name. Good to see you, Michelle. It's always a blessing to see you on. Hope all is well. I love the purple heart. Makes me happy. Big smiles. So here's your 10-day forecast. Some showers today. If I could fit this all in one little area on that box, I put showers, drizzle, mist, clouds, cool, breezy, and the gust of winds today will be about 20 miles an hour out of the southwest. So when your temperature's sitting at like 68 and it's really, really gross outside and damp, it's going to feel even cooler. A few showers on Sunday. Probably could pull that 20% for Monday. I'm not really feeling it. I think it's done. And then next week is sunny, good, around 80 degrees, overnight lows in the 50s. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous weather after we get past the weekend. And enjoy after maybe breaking a record today. Record cool temperature. How about that? Denise says, Bama, baby, RTR. And I pull for all the teams in this area. I love UNA. I love Alabama. Love Auburn. I love UAB. I even root for Troy because I love Claudia and she graduated from Troy. So it's awesome. I root for them all. I learned my lesson. Whatever market I'm in, I love all those teams. I've worked at a lot of stations. I tried to not like a team in the market. It didn't pay out really well for me one time. And I'm a Tennessee Titans fan to go along with it. Woohoo! I'm not an Atlanta Braves baseball fan though. Stan Barbie, my good friend. Good morning, Jeff Tenoria. All the families of loss of life of property for my prayers. Rain for September is now up to 10.05 inches. I head to Decatur. My son is having a car show. Hi and bye to all and have a blessed day. Stan, my good friend, I appreciate your update. That 10 inches is in Falkville, everybody. And that has a lot to do with what Francine brought to the table, not so much what Helene brought to the table. Very confusing. The two names sound so alike. They rhyme. But two different impacts there, but that's a lot of rain. Now, there are other areas not so fortunate. Oh, that reminds me. Let me show you this graphic really quick, everybody. Let me see if it works. No, that's not what I want to show you. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. It's terrible. It's terrible graphic. It's not the right one. Hang on a second. I got the right one over here. Yeah, as many of you know, I have to make my entire graphics most of the time by myself. So, all right. So, oh no, my comments are going too fast and I missed one. Because I saw Christine Tinker on. I never got to say hi. And I got to say hi to Christine Tinker. She's the best. Oh, dear me. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to catch back up. I see a good morning from Scottsboro, and that's from, and I see a Roll Tide Roll, which is good. Okay. So, I'm a mess. Bear with me, everybody. There it is. Okay, that's where I left off. Patsy says, good morning, Jeff. Roll Tide. RTR. I got you. I got you, Patsy. Annette says, good morning from Scottsboro, and it's good to see you from Scottsboro being on. Christine Tinker says, yes, Roll Tide and good morning. Christine Tinker from beautiful Bryant, Alabama, where you, on this rainfall graphic, had some of the most rain with this system. I know. Stan's saying hi to my dad. Omar's on. Good morning to you. Lisa Miller. Hello. Good morning to you. Good to see you on. Look at Christine Tinker saying hi to everybody. Christine Tinker. Love talking to you. She says, coffee talk friends. I love that. Douglas, what are you saying here? Oh, describe your in-laws like I cook fish smell and that won't go away. Yeah, I have kind of weird ways I give the forecast, but hey, I hope you all get me. If you get me and you understand me, we're good. Adrian, what kind of wind gusts are we expecting today in Huntsville? 20 miles an hour. Maybe 25. Don't think we get crazy with a 30. I think we're good. Gosh, I see Rachel Harris. Where did I leave off? Sorry, everybody. I'm kind of messed up. I fell behind on my comments. Lisa Miller, I'm liking your comment to know where I'm at. Adrian, there it is. Adrian says, what kind of wind gusts? I said that one already. Sounds good. I'll stop by on my way back. Sounds good, Steven. I'll leave them up there. Hopefully they'll be here for you. I'm going to try to find them first. I got to find them, my friend. I don't know where they are, but I think I know where they might be. I'm showing you the graphic. The rainfall totals are from Friday about midnight. And notice where the red and yellow, if you cross over the Georgia state line with what happened with Helene, it tracked, and it was a little bit more east than the actual forecast track was, but it was something that we anticipated here at the station. We talked about how the higher numbers of rain would be east. I think everybody fell a little short of what I thought we'd have rainfall-wise. Thought we'd get a little bit closer to an inch in Huntsville. Like I said, I had an inch at my house, but I'm northwest in Huntsville, and that was where a little bit more rain fell than like areas in South Huntsville. There was a big difference from north to south and east to west. But all you had to do was cross over the Georgia state line, and some areas up in the Chattanooga area had 4 or 5 inches of rain into portions of Tennessee and then right down through Georgia. So the heaviest of rainfall with the system of Helene just to our east. And we talked about that last week, how it was going to be mainly just to our east. So it worked out well for us, not well for other people who were injured and impacted. Douglas, good morning, Jeff, and all my Coffee Talk friends. Good, Coffee Talk. Good morning. Christine's back on. Oh, describing your in-laws. Talked about that one already. Yep. In-laws, cooked fish, rashes, all the things you hear your typical weather guy talk about a storm, right? Yep. Just how it is. So there's a gentleman, I'll just say Mike. I won't say his last name. Sent me a message this morning. Made my entire day. I'm like, jogging away here like 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, I don't have to sleep. But try to bring the energy every time I'm on air and have fun. And wrote a real nice thing to me this morning and stuff. And it's things like that make like working in TV like wicked cool. Yeah. So appreciate that stuff. Vacation Valley. Had my chai time on the balcony already this morning during sunrise. Gonna jump in the pool for a bit. Oh, a little pool time. Good for you. Hello and good morning to all. Have a wonderful day. Praying for those affected in the storm, and see you tomorrow. You have a good day, Vacation Valerie. You enjoy your time at the coast in PCB. PCB, got it. I still think it looks like peanut butter jelly to me for some reason. I don't know why. Rachel Harris, good morning to you. Rachel could sing us the most beautiful song with Traditions Rising right now. Whatever song she sings is absolutely amazing, and that would be something you'd much rather hear than me babbling endlessly about the weather, I promise you. Barbara Ann Littlefield. Hey, RI in the house. Good to see you on. Woonsocket or Cumberland in that area. Barbara Ann Littlefield, good to see you on. Douglas says, Miss Christine, Miss Valerie, Mr. Adrian. Those are all the ones I can see in my chat box. Yeah, there's a few. It's good. Douglas says, aloha for Jeff. That's good. Hang 10. Oh, wait a minute. Hang 10. Yeah. I'm not good at that hang 10 thing. I don't have the coordination for it. I'm a mess. Hi, Mel. Good to see you on. Very good to see you on. I hope all is well, Mel. I miss you. I'm going to go ahead and show you something now. This is where This is where I stir the pot a little bit here. Might as well. Let's add a little drama to the weather. I'm not a drama guy, but let's try it. So don't look at the yellows in the next 2 and 7 days because I haven't adjusted the graphic yet. I was going to show this on air. And I started kind of playing around with the graphic, and then I was like, I don't think I really want to play around with it. But just for like eye candy, so to speak, we have hurricanes all over the place right now. so you have, this is, I'm going to show you this. This is Isaac, meet Isaac. This is Joyce, she's a tropical storm. And now we're through I. So the next one would be a J, and I got to figure out which J is. Because J is going to develop very soon. So J is going to be, we already have J. J's Joyce. Jeff, what are you doing, you freak? K, that's what we're on. K would be Kirk, and then there's Leslie. So what's going to happen, most likely, is this one or this one is going to become Kirk, whichever one develops first. And whichever one develops second will be Leslie. And the reason why I show you these is because what I want to do is I want to clear all that garbage out of there. And I want to zoom in for a moment on this area. Does this look familiar to you all? Yeah, almost in the same exact area that Helene started. There's a gyre down there. And what happens is they kind of throw storms and they develop them. And you get these developments for tropical systems in the Gulf of Mexico. And we just had Helene, right? Well, this area needs to be watched again because some of the long-term forecast models throw a hurricane up into Florida again on October 6th and 7th. It is a long way off. And do not get done watching this Facebook Live and go tell people Jeff Denoyer is telling them that Florida is going to get hit with another hurricane. Drop that back. But I will say this. It needs to be watched, obviously. And in all seriousness, areas that were throttled by Helene, the last thing that they need to have happen is another tropical system. Even if it's not a hurricane, even if it's just a tropical rain event, they just don't need it, right? So it's something that's going to have to be watched closely for sure. Hi, Ann Shannon. Good to see you on. Hope all is well. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Coffee time to you. Joanne, what's up? Good morning from beautiful Pennsylvania. She says it's wet this Saturday morning. It's wet here, too. It's wet for you in Pennsylvania. Same system. Same cutoff little low. Spinning some rain back into your area in Pennsylvania. Large area of the United States affected by this cutoff low. Or this upper low. It's sucked up into it. Christina says, Jeff, how's the weather for us today? I think you got a lot of cloud cover, Christine and Brian. I think you're going to have some very cool temperatures today. A little breeze out of the southwest, about 20, 25. And you're going to have periods of light showers, a little drizzle, a little mist. It's not going to be wet the entire day, but certainly a cool and kind of clammy kind of day. I'm trying to think of different adjectives to create murky, clammy, gloomy. It's certainly not the brightest day out there today, but not a washout either. And that's important, especially if you're going to the concert. There's other events that we talked about this morning. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, you know, I mean, we could be having this concert, for instance, the concert that is going to feature TLC, Ludacris, Shinedown, Candlebox, Gwen Stefani, just to name a few today. Gin Blossoms will be there as well, Tom Morello. Anyway, it's happening at John Hunt Park, and it kicks off this afternoon. It's called South Star, and it's a concert, and it could be 90 degrees at the end of September. You got a better chance to hit 90 than be in the 60s, and we could be talking about heat exhaustion and everybody staying hydrated. Not the case. You just got to stay dry, and I'm sure it's all muddy over there. I know that they pushed the time back into the afternoon to accommodate maybe trying to dry out the parking lot a little bit. I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know. I don't know what the thought process is. And there was something we did a story on this morning, and I should pay more attention. But some of the people who are volunteering for that have to go help people with Helene, which is far more important. And so they're kind of scrambling here, but they're going to make it all work. It's going to be a great event. It's highly organized, and there's some great artists too. Not just for today, but many of you are going tomorrow as well. And on Sunday, I mean, Beck's going to be there. I mean, Sublime, Blink 182, the Goo Goo Dolls, who I know about, and Vanessa Carlton's going to be there. Love Vanessa Carlton. She has a song. I think you all know it. Hang on a second. I'm pretty sure it is 1,000 Miles. 1,000 Miles. It's one of my favorite songs ever. It's just a great song. Oh, you tonight. Dun, 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 dun. If I remember correctly, it's in a movie that is one of my favorite movies of all time. Anyway, so great headliners coming to local area. Supposed to be a ton of people going to this too. Like estimated, I think we heard like 25,000 people in the course of the 2 days. I don't know where all those people are going to go over there, but hey, it's all good. Have fun. It's going to be awesome. Lillian, loving the rain. We so need it. Yes, enjoy. Mary Allen, good morning, Jeff. Have a beautiful, blessed day. You have the same, Mary. Good to see you on. I see you again, Mel. I got you. Bonnie, what's up? Good morning, Jeff. I've had my coffee. Now back to bed to cuddle up and read. I hope you have a great day. Miss you. I miss you too, Bonnie. Come by. We'll have to talk sometime again. You know, we always do. It's always a pleasure talking to you. From the day I met you, I enjoy chatting with you. You know that. And yeah, a curl up book kind of day. For me, it's a little rubble and sky time. And then I'm off to a big cookout party in the afternoon at a friend's house. And I don't know how it's going to be outside, but we're going to make it work. There's going to be some great food. Can't wait to go and going to make a day out of it. Hey, Cody, what's up? Good morning from Dutton. I love Dutton. Oh my gosh, I love Dutton. I know a whole bunch of people in Dutton. That I do. I almost bought a house in Dutton. What do you think of that? I was going to make that commute from Dutton to Huntsville every day, and I did not care because this house was chef's kiss. Beautiful. Cody, good to see you on. Happy good morning and happy Saturday from Dutton. Douglas says, I'm Waterlogged from Cedar Key. We'll be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow around 2 with video. Yeah, Douglas was down like when it made landfall, so it's got some video coming back for me, which is great. Justin, what's up, my friend? Jeff, when will our weather pattern switch to more favorable for MCSs? Like you want us to pop some big time thunderstorms, my friend? Right now, we are not the case. We'd have to really warm up and have a really sharp cold front come through. We just simply, that is not the pattern we're in right now at all. It's just, I don't know when the pattern switch will be, but we're not conducive for like severe weather or anything like that. It's just completely opposite. We couldn't be more 180 on that. So I would say I don't know when we're going to switch that. It's just being honest. But I can definitely tell you we don't have any MCSs coming by anytime soon. No. Got to get rid of this low pressure. Got to get rid of this stubborn little low. Move it. Susan, what's up? Good to see you on. Have a fantastic day, Susan. I appreciate it. Always a pleasure to see you on. I hope all is well. I'm going to pop the 10-day up so you don't have to keep seeing me drink my coffee. So everybody can soak it in, so to speak. Rachel, thank you, Jeff, but I'm no longer a member. Oh, no. I will definitely, Rachel Harris, plug you. I promise you. And I got you. So, Rachel, I'll tell you right now, you go solo, and I will definitely, you let me know if there's any web pages you have, if there's any kind of, any links you have, you let me know, Rachel Harris, okay? We'll talk. I'm a big fan of hearing you sing, and you know that. Doesn't matter if you're in a band or not in a band or going solo. I just like hearing you, Rachel. Amanda Layton, good morning. Hello. Hope all is well with you. Hey. Good to see you on. Douglas says, let's hope we get another one. It doesn't make landfall in the same general. Yeah, he says, Douglas says, if we get another one, hopefully it doesn't make landfall in the same area. You don't even want it to be near that area, right? That would be just awful. That's salt in the wound is all that is. Amanda says, did you turn in my order of nice, comfortable temperatures and no humidity for the next week for Talladega? Yeah, there is. I don't know what comfortable temperatures are for everybody. I'm sure it varies for everybody. But Amanda, I'm thinking like around 80 with low humidity for the next like 10 days after this weekend. Pretty much is what everyone's going to have. So barring any tropical systems that develop to our south that could impact us next week for coastal locations in the Gulf that maybe lifts some rain north, the weather after this weekend looks simply delightful. So you put the order in, I passed it along, and apparently it worked. So enjoy. Awesome. I love it. Christine Tinker is still talking. I love Christine Tinker. Mel, Jeff, you have fun at your friend's cookout, my friend. Hugs to you all. Yeah, it's like awesome where I'm going. It's gonna be like, it's Japanese food actually. It's not even just like a straight up cookout. It's so much more. Al, what's up? Good morning. How did you guys make out in the storm? We're fine, Al. This was more of a Georgia, Carolina, Florida type of thing where many lives were changed forever. For us, just some heavy rain. We did have some wind damage in parts of DeKalb and Jackson County to our east, but thank you for asking. We are doing well. There's your 10-day forecast, everybody. I've left it up for a while. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm not going anywhere. You still got me chatting for another 15 minutes. I keep on answering whatever questions you have. As long as I got eyeballs, I keep it going. Amanda says, the Fujiwara thing kind of feels like being a gigantic washing machine. It is a little hypnotic when you look at it, right? Think about like the big fish engulfing the little fish, so to speak, is how it kind of works. But yeah, that's like the number one trending thing now because everyone's talking about it in weather. So. But yeah, and that's exactly how it's playing out for us right now. We got this big low pressure now. Justin, I'll always answer your questions, my friend. Thank you again, Jeff, for always answering my weekly out of nowhere. Oh, they're not out of nowhere. I love it, man. I will always try to, I can't answer the question you ask because I don't know when the pattern's going to change. There's no evidence of any hot or warm temperatures in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? We look to be at or slightly below average for the month of October, to be honest with you. So you need a little juice for some kind of MCSs to develop or some kind of thunderstorm activity usually is the case. But I love your questions. I think it's great. I try to answer everything to the best of my ability. I may not answer it the way others would answer it, but I answer it in the way I think is right. And try to make it make sense for you at home. So I hope that helps. Amanda, I've had rain and wind come from all different directions. Yeah, so really interesting, just a little FYI for you. So we were plotting at our house which direction the winds were going to come. So we have trees on one side and we have no trees on the other side. So as the low pressure was tracking to our east, when the winds first started to kind of pick up, and they weren't like crazy winds, they're like 25 miles an hour, but still, you have trees, you want to make sure everything's okay. You want to make sure, do you sleep in the bedroom in the back of the house or do you go to the front, whatever. So my wind started northeasterly, and as the low and Helene got absorbed essentially to the west, my winds turned north, 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 northwest, 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 west, 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 southwest. And that's where we're at now. With the low and the counterclockwise rotation around it, it's now turned our wind southwesterly, which is crazy because usually if you have a southwesterly wind, this is why weather is not always cut and dry. So southwesterly flow for us usually means a pretty strong southerly flow from the Gulf, and usually we're talking high humidity and it's really hot. Blah. But in this particular situation, even with a southwesterly flow aloft and at the surface, all it does for us is it doesn't bring in any humidity or heat because the low pressure is trapped to our north with cooler temperatures in it. So what's happening is you think southwest winds, you think hot, humid, and gross. It's just not the case. Our temperatures are only in the 60s today. So very unique in the fact that we have this southwesterly wind, and it's just not hot. It's I do double take that. Wind's southwest. Yeah, there's southwest. Anyway. But go back to what Amanda said, rain, wind coming from all directions, and that's exactly it. It starts one way, and then as the low moves to our north, your wind direction starts changing, and you go outside today, and the rain's not hitting you the same way it hit you the day before, if that makes sense. Douglas says he got stuck in Destin in 1995 with Opal. Opal, a lot of people remember Opal here, too. 95 was when I was young, into my 20s, and I wasn't paying attention. But Opal, I do believe, had a pretty big impact here because I've had a couple of viewers talk to me about Opal. And they were asking me to compare how this storm was going to be to Opal. And so I did a little research, and it wasn't even going to be in the same ballpark. But yeah, Opal was a big storm. I do remember Opal, but I don't remember exactly. Have a blessed day, Christine Tinker. Good to see you. William Sartini, what are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Bam! 4 minutes ago, you commented, and I am a slacker and not answering you fast enough. Send me rain up north. We're dry. I will do my best, my friend. I'll do everything I can. We could use a little bit more rain here. Maybe not west of 65, but areas east. I mean, everybody has their own opinion if they need rain or not. But I feel like we had a decent rain with this system, but it should have been a little more for areas east. But I'll do everything I can to steer some rain back up into your way, especially because you're such a good guy. I will do that for you. I promise. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't move the rain towards you. I only do it because I like you. Amanda Griffin, that would be perfect. Good. You enjoy. Yeah, Douglas is talking about areas in Tennessee that are in flash flood emergencies. I think a lot of times when you think about it, this is a great segue, and this will be a great way to kind of end Facebook Live today, is a lot of times when you hear hurricane, everyone always assumes coastline, surge, heavy rain, damaging winds. And it could be, and you get these images of where coastlines have been just completely changed and that water is racing inland. But this is a great example that heavy rainfall can impact areas away from the coast. There are areas in eastern Tennessee that are in flood emergencies because of so much rainfall. People were being rescued on roofs yesterday in the Knoxville area. Think about what happened to our area a couple weeks ago. We had the remnants of Francine drop 12 inches of rain in parts of Lawrence County, maybe even locally higher amounts as well, all the way up to Florence that had almost 10 inches of rain, but areas east couldn't even get a drop in DeKalb and Jackson County practically, right? So I think a lot of times this is a great way to understand tropical systems. You think tropics, you think it affects the coastline, you think it affects beaches, but it can be so much more than that. I was in Peoria, Illinois, working there in 2000, I think it was 9, and there was a tropical system that came up through Louisiana, and the remnants of it brought tremendous rainfall to central Illinois, and that is certainly not near a beach, right? So this goes to show the area that it can cover as well. Think about this. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, all the way up to Virginia, Kentucky, now Ohio. There are all these areas that have dealt with some kind of flash flooding or some kind of heavy rainfall. Portions of South Alabama too. Mix in South Alabama there too. You know, I mean, there's so many people that are affected by this storm, and that's why our thoughts and prayers go out to people who are affected. And even if it's, you know, there's obviously situations where some people have lost their homes, where they've been washed away by flash flooding, and then there's other people who it's been more of an inconvenience where they don't have power right now, or they had one tree limb that maybe, you know, fell in their backyard and they got to get that taken care of. It's still things that change your daily routine, no matter how big or small it is. Hi, Teresa Woodbury. Good to see you. Is it Woodbury or Woodbury? Woodbury. I'm terrible with last names. Don't yell at me. But Teresa, I got right. Brenda Key. Right now, the main wind is hitting me from the southwest and comes a puff due west and then circles around from the east. Just needs to go away. Yeah, Brenda, it should be mainly a southwesterly wind today. But either way, it's going to be a little gusty today. And you're like, which way are you going to get me? You punching from the left? You punching from the right? Let me know so I can dodge and weave, right? I get you. I know. And it's one of those things, too, where yesterday I felt like the gusts were kind of held in check. I mean, there was some trees down in Henniger area. Felt like the winds. I thought the winds would be just a little bit stronger. I had a couple gusts, maybe 25, 30 at my house. That's kind of what I had in the forecast. But, yeah, I mean, overall, though, breeze still enough out there today that you feel it, especially with the cool temperatures. Whether it hits you southwest or it wants to flop around and go to the east, it should be mainly at the southwest. It's going to make those temperatures that are in the 60s feel even cooler this afternoon. And Brenda says prayers to all, and I think that's a great way to springboard out of this Facebook Live, because I think a lot of times too, you know, however you feel the storm played out for your area here in the Tennessee Valley, you know, whether you had enough rain, didn't have enough rain, didn't have as much wind as you wanted, I don't know. But what I know is that nobody ever wants to have what we see in some of the video that's coming in from where the storm hit and all the damage that we've seen and the rescues. And you know, it takes a long time to get back on your feet after something like that. Especially, gosh forbid, if we were to compound it with another system next week. Hopefully that will not play out and everybody can take their time getting back up on their feet. It's a process, though. Yeah, Brenda says, oh, yeah, I'm very thankful we don't have bad wind and flooding. Yeah, and, you know, I mean, sometimes you see these social media posts. People are like, yeah, I was expecting 60-mile-an-hour winds. And I was like, there was never 60-mile-an-hour winds here forecast. It was never it. I think a lot of times too, locally here, I think a lot of people get caught up watching like the national side of it, and it's like you see it happening there, and it's almost like this weird, odd desire to want to be part of it, but not have the damage. I don't know. It's a really weird thing, and be thankful it wasn't that bad here. You know, it never was supposed to be, but thankful that we didn't have more in the way of wind and rain. Brenda's right on with that. Teresa, for someone that is a hot 24/7, I'm loving this weather. You enjoy it, Teresa. This is a very fall-like feel, and Claudia had her candy corn nails done. I don't know if y'all saw it this morning, but she had them yellow, orange, white. They look pretty cool. I even said that I dig it on air. I don't know why I said that. I felt really old after I did that, but I did dig it. They were cool. I thought they were pretty awesome. All right, one last thing before I go. I'm going to do something really quick. Hang on a second. Let me help you look at what I'm talking about. I'll do one last thing before I bolt on out of here. And that is I want to put the radar up really quick. So an FYI for those of you who are watching right now, download the WAFF 48. It's awesome. The 48 app is awesome. I love it. Now, I've been battling with it all morning. It has a mind of its own. So I've been trying to change it to 20%, 30% to show the drizzle and the mist and everything this morning. But it wants to put 0 for the percent, but then put showers for the word. And I have turned it off and done everything I can. It has a mind of its own right now. I don't know what to do. But if you download the WAFF 48 app, just know, even if there's a 0 there for one of the particular hours for your location, it'll probably be some drizzle, mist, or a spot shower, okay? Then I show you the radar. See how it's just kind of confined to areas north and east? This is where most of it's falling right now. This is some drizzle, some mist, some showers. But I can tell you right now this morning, this is where it's been all morning. And I showed the Shoals camera and it was completely wet. So on the app today, if you're looking at it, unfortunately the drizzle and the mist doesn't really show up all that well. So even though there's nothing above you on the radar, it's not that the radar is broken. It's just that the drizzle and mist doesn't really show up all that well. So even like if you're going to an event and you live out in Russellville and you look, oh, wow, I'm dry. The radar has nothing on it. This is fantastic. And all of a sudden you get there and it's like this like very light mist falling. That's why, okay? Just so you know if you're looking at the app, okay? Joanne, have a great weekend. She says that to everybody. Take care, sending hugs. Joanne, you rock. You be good up in Pennsylvania. Keep my eye on you. Always love chatting with you and I appreciate you saying hi. Love the fact that so many people come by and say hi from different parts of the U.S., areas that I've worked in before, and I love that. Douglas, have a great day, my friend. Good luck with the in-laws, and go dogs! Woo, woo! Right? I can't say that. I can't say go dogs. RTR. RTR. And as many of you know, I have an Oklahoma household, so I'm kind of torn on the Auburn game too. But I just want to see a great game, and all the teams play to the best of ability, and may the winner be the winner. Okay. On that note, I'm out. Have a fantastic day. Chelsea will be in tonight. She'll have the very latest and update on the forecast for you. I'm back tomorrow morning. Chelsea's back tomorrow night. And then I am in for Eric on Monday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at like 4:30 in the morning. And so that covers your schedule for the next couple of days. Douglas, hang 10, bro. Amanda says RTR. Yeah, RTR. I got that. I didn't know what that was when I first moved here. Now I know. I learned quickly. Teresa, thanks, Jeff. Have a great day, everyone. Roll, Tide, roll. Got you. Roll, Tide, roll. Mel, have a great day to you as well. Hugs to all. Mel, miss you. I wish you the best. Hope all is well at home. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.